Shout out to that one guy in the beginning that sounds like Jimmy Neutron for some reason.
You don't want to go any further. It's dangerous. My friends are all dead.
I got this game pretty much only knowing the bare minimum. It was a weird shooter cult classic that YouTubers recommend every now and then. I'm also somewhat familiar with Suda51 after playing all the No More Heroes games, so I wanted to try some of his other titles. He has a bit of a love it or hate it reputation with people because a lot of his games lean towards the experimental side. That's how you know that he's a quote-unquote artiste. First chapter into Killer7, and I honestly hated how weird everything was. Third person, but on rails? Combat's first person with the left analog stick? It's so weird to explain. Explaining it does not do it justice, I'm gonna be honest. It's one of those things where you gotta play for yourself just to feel how weird it is. Also, is Killer7 a group, or one person, or multiple people within one person, and they're assassins, and the US and Japan, the governments are at peace, but also at war, but it's a Cold War. Even the story isn't spared from just being weird. Way to go, Kingpin. Look at what your obsession got you. A weirdo, artsy-fartsy, it's high art type of game. Anyways, my initial thoughts aside, I decided to keep playing, and eventually, I adjusted to things pretty quickly. By the second chapter, I was vibing with the weirdness of it all, and came to accept its more avant-garde, weird as hell style. Even though the controls are unconventional, they started to feel more and more natural the more I played the game. The story was still very much a fever dream from beginning to end, but it's the type of story that makes you question the meaning of everything by the time you reach the end. It's definitely not the type of game for everyone, but if you think you can vibe with the weirdness of it, it gets my recommendation.